But
No,
let's unpack it a little bit, man. So there's a difference between being a musician and being a songwriter, right? So there's got to be kind of an evolution process there. You're not a songwriter first. You're always going to be a
right.
musician first. So, like,
Yeah.
what was the plan when it comes to songwriting and being original, right? So when did you decide that was going to be part of your kind of your focus?
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, I think I'm still like deciding that, it's almost like a sort of a daily, um, it's something that you have to choose,
Yeah,
and you have to kind of just make it work. Uh, it's, writing a lot of my older songs were just about like love and like,
hmm
trying to, like fall in love, or and all that stuff, which was kind of cool. I mean, I still write songs like that,
hmm
but
yeah. You
then
got to have
there,
those, man. You got to have
yeah, you
those.
got to have them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then you have the breakup songs also, which kind of came with my new record when I got divorced and had my whole life change and all that stuff. But then I don't know. It's also kind of uh, it's I want to say it's a discipline, but I think it's more of a passion than it
Yeah.
is a discipline. I think the passion is like I think that you have to at least be curious about wanting to write a song. Even
hmm
if you have like a melody in your head and you're like, oh, what would that sound like? That, whatever that melody is, you should probably write that down and start trying to like hook it or whatever.
hmm
And then from there you kind of get a song, and from a song you get other songs, hopefully, and
hmm
then you start having this economy of music, basically, that you can use to, you know, uh, tell your story to other people, and that's what people are really interested in, is
Yeah,
is is it's who you are as a person.
it's such a cool thing to witness too, right? Like just
Mhm.
the evolution of a person, not just an artist or a musician or a songwriter, but just you as a
Yeah,
person is going to change so much from song to song because of that therapeutic nature of just releasing it into the wild, right? Like
definitely.
this is my heart, this is my soul. What do you think of it? And then
Yeah,
when you're getting that validation from your audience or your loved ones or whatever it may be, man, it's a different kind of thing for you as a person, your
yeah.
mentality and all that. So what is it like for you, like originally when maybe you're playing cover songs, you're playing out, and then all of a sudden these melodies and lyrics are hitting you as a songwriter. Like, is that a weird thing for you, like creating it first?
It's kind of it's sort of a curse,
Yeah.
but it's also, I mean, it's definitely a blessing, but it's also kind of a curse. I mean, I don't know, like, Ricky, my wife now, she's always like, like, "What are you singing?" Like,
Yeah.
like, "What do you like? What are you humming? Like, what are you listening to?" And I'm like, "Nothing. I'm just I got this thing in my head, and I gotta." And there are it's rare, but like, because I really like my sleep, to be honest. But
hmm
there are times when I'm trying to, like, I gotta get out of bed and write at least
That is
voice.
the worst time because it's
You know,
silent, and that's when your creative
yeah,
juices want to work the best, right?
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but I think that, again, it's just servicing those thoughts that come, because it really is lightning in a bottle, and if you don't, um, service it, it kinda goes away, and I've had that happen. Like, it's like I had
Yeah.
the most incredible melodies and things in my head, and then I'll, like, I don't know, they go away because I don't do anything with them, and I'm like, I'm so upset. Not upset,
Mhm.
but I'm just, it's a slight disappointment that I didn't get that down where it should have been.
Man, I have a
So,
question that I ask people a lot, especially
mhm.
fans of music. I ask them if you could choose one artist to listen to for the rest of your life, and but as soon as you choose that artist, all other artists disappear. And
Oh,
so
man.
who would you pick, right? So for me, you would be in the discussion for that for me, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay,
Wow.
I know this is a big compliment, and
Wow.
I'm gonna explain why I would have you on a short list for me. It's because if I'm going to listen to one artist for the rest of time, I need that artist from song to song to be as different and unique as possible. I don't want to hear the same song over and over again because then I'm going to hate music, right?
Right.
With
Yeah.
you, like from song to song, you just never know what you're going to get. It's going to be rock, it's going to be pop, there's going to be jazz influences, there's blues influences. You're leaning folk a lot of times in songs. So that's why you would be on a short list for me as far as my answer for that question. What's the strategy behind that? Because I know there has to be one. You don't want to sound the same in every song, right?
Right. Yeah. That was a conversation that so my producers that helped make the album, Mike um oh my goodness, I'm drawing a blank on his last name. Mike Ingber and Eric Harrison.
There you go.
They at Studio 601 here in Austin, Texas, they um I think there were conversations very early on about like when we were just kind of demoing tracks for a day. I think we kind of had this conversation about not wanting to sound like Dave Matthews, not wanting to sound too acoustic or too folky. We wanted to like have tracks basically that, or we wanted to have records that basically that were different, that just sounded different. That took a different approach, and we kind of built it in the studio from like all the tracks. So it was never we never did a live session with all the musicians in the room at one time.
Wow.
First off, their place is kind of small, so we couldn't do that. But nowadays, you can make a record in your house,
Of course.
and that's fine. I think the what we tried to do was just build the record starting from drums, bass, guitar, and then bringing in keys, and then I would do guitars on top of that, and then it was vocals, and then it was strings, and then from there we kind of had our stuff. From there we had our record, I think the songs themselves, I think we just kind of exploited like what the songs would sound like, and there were also just different. Like Adam Prado helped me write the song "You Got Me," which is an R&B ish
Yeah.
kind of feel, which I actually really like. And
Yeah.
I mean, we still have not dug into that song live like I really want to. We will at some point, but yeah, and then we have like Chris Rodriguez, my bassist for a while. He like helped me write he basically wrote the riff for San Francisco, and so that became that song. And so it's also different influences from different people.
That's what I was gonna say. Like you're drawing from around you, the aura of other artists, essentially. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that definitely helps with the diversity of the tracks and everything. I'm glad that you said that. That's something that doesn't get mentioned that often.
Yeah,
with
well, it should. Yeah, it should, man, because it's so apparent with who you are as an artist, man. I love that. Like I'll be jamming one of your songs in the house, and my wife will say, "Who's that?" And I'll be like, "That's Scott Strickland." Wow. And then she'll be like, "Wait, wasn't he the one that did the Americana song I asked about yesterday?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, that's R&B." I was like, "Exactly. That's why."
Right. Yeah.
Scott Strickland is a badass, man. That's why you need to be on that train. And that's why I'm so happy to have you here, man, because you are such a unique artist, and you're from Texas, and just that alone makes you kind of unique too, because Texas, as you know, is country. It's country everywhere, and it's Texas red dirt, and
it's a weird market.
It truly is.
Austin's an island all on its own.
Yeah,
I mean, I've been here for 10 years, and I still do not understand.
Yeah.
I mean, there is real industry here, but there's not really